I'm finna ride. So like and subscribe. Hey, I'm finna ride. So like and subscribe. Hey, I'm finna ride. So like and subscribe. So like and subscribe. Damien Turner TV.
This is part 2 to the explanation of a sham. Part 2 to the explanation of a sham. Now, these crown carrier devices are actually supposed to come and pick up passengers. Now, in the Holy Quran, where it says to bunch together in sets of 50, Yadikuluna fi din Allahi adwajin, fasihbih bihamdi rabbika astaghfiruhu innahu kana tawwaban. Okay, it says this in the Quran. It says, when you enter into the deen of Allah, gather together in groups of 50. The reason that it's saying groups of 50 is because it ties back into the Baruch carrying you in 50. All right. Now, when you enter into the deen, what they'll try to say in Islamic circles of today is that it means in the Quran about entering into the deen of Allah, that it's saying that there's a whole bunch of people just converting to Islam in the latter end or at the end times and stuff. And that's not what it means. It has an extraterrestrial connotation to it. It is talking about this device that is coming to pick up 50 passengers. Okay, now I know that might be deep. We might be really deep down the rabbit hole right now, but we're talking about these particular type of extraterrestrial devices. This is the same type of extraterrestrial device that came to pick up the prophet Elijah, or Elijah as he is commonly or more modernly called in our more English vernacular. But his name was actually Elijah because there was no J sound in the Hebrew language at the time. They pronounced God not Jehovah but Yahweh or Yahuwah, or that, but what they call the tetragrammaton or the tetragrammaton, which is a version of the name of God. They will then say that these beings that were piloting these devices are a part of the story of Elijah, because whoever was inside of these devices were who came and got Elijah, because Elijah knew a specific time that he had to be at a specific place to be picked up by this chariot, flaming chariot, or a whirlwind that came. And as you can see in the text, when you go and read in the Bible about Elijah being carried to heaven in this chariot, when you look into the Hebrew language, you'll see the word that they use for chariot is Markaba or Merkaba. So it's talking about this type of craft. It is talking about this type of device, crown carrier, rekub. It is talking about this in Arabic, tabik ta'ara, as it's called in Arabic. So in the Hebrew language, they call it markaba. You know, and then you go all the way back before the Hebrew language in some of those more ancient languages, even the Lahawan Kodash, before that, in the Metunater, it was called a rekub because it dealt with Ra. Okay, and the Rehu, which is in the center, or the Ra, as they call it, the Amun Ra. That's where you get Amun. Okay, and that's another whole story. But we're talking about these extraterrestrial devices that carried, and you can see in the hieroglyphics where you'll see, you know, Ray inside of some type of device with wings, and it has like little stands that look like little legs, and it can land on. And the same as Ahura Mazda. Ahura Mazda was flying some type of device. The same as Enlil. The same as all of these ancient gods they have of some of these other civilizations show you the piloting of extraterrestrial devices. And this is in the book of 2 Kings. All right. In 2 Kings chapter 2, verse 11, you can see where Elijah was taken to heaven in some type of a device or extraterrestrial vehicle or light vehicle known as a Merkaba in the Hebrew language. But it is also called in the ancient Sumerian language, or ancient unearthly languages, they called it Shem, or in plurality, or individually Sham, S-H-A-M. This is what they call this particular type of extraterrestrial technology. And this is the same thing they're talking about, the 4 living creatures in the Bible in the book of Ezekiel that came, and it was a wheel within a wheel. The wheel within a wheel is talking about the sham. If you can see here in this picture at the very bottom of it, it looks like there's swirling in different opposite directions. The actual technology of this is then showing down and shining down a light from the bottom of it. So one is going one way and the other part of the technology is spinning the other way. And you can see it in the picture.